A little over a year ago, we followed 3 children who participated in the Lindsey Nicole Henry Scholarship.
She wasn't really speaking, or she didn't have a lot of facial expressions.
He had skills and words and then started losing them.
The children all have autism. They socialize, express themselves, and learn differently than other kids.
It sometimes can feel isolating because other people don't understand.
They didn't see that she was normal but different.
The scholarship took the money allocated for them in the public schools and allowed these children with special needs to choose their own schools. Schools that specialized in helping kids with special needs.
We don't believe that Rob is intellectually delayed.
They deserve every chance they can get.
They just need the right support.
They are way behind at the start of the race. This is just helping them catch up a little bit.
Hey, there's a guy with a shark hand. It's a really nice one. All right, can't hear you, gotta sing out. All of the world should wear shark hats. I agree. Ready? What a great place it would be. Here's the other part.
It's been about almost exactly 1 year, I believe, and she's come even further this year than she had last year.
A year ago, Rob was at Good Shepherd. He did really well there, but we started to notice a decline in some of his behaviors. We were trying to figure out what was the cause of that, and we realized that for the first time in Rob's school life that he was not around typical kids. I talked to Joe Norton, who's the headmaster here, and he agreed to let Rob come here on a trial basis to see how he would do. Well, he did so amazingly well in that first semester that they offered him a full-time spot, and it's just been an amazing progression.
Felicia still has challenges at times. Overall, the experience at Town and Country has definitely been a big improvement.
I don't get bullied anymore at school. I have friends now. I feel comfortable going to school. I like going to school. I laugh when I'm at school. I actually have fun learning.
She splits her time between a mainstream school, which is just a pre-K program, and this school, and that allows her to kind of have different experiences, one-on-one work that she gets here at Good Shepherd, but also sort of more normal classroom interactions and social interactions she get with the mainstream kids. And that combination's been great, and we wouldn't be able to do probably either one of those schools without the Lindsey Nicole Henry Scholarship.
Our school is based on applied behavior analysis, which is pretty much the science of socially significant behaviors. So we use the Lindsey Nicole Henry Scholarship since our school is so costly, because ABA requires one-on-one, and so the Lindsey Nicole Henry helps offset that cost so that the parents can afford it.
So what did you and Chloe, what are y'all working on this week?
Well, individually, we're still working on reading fluency, and she has pretty much mastered out at the first grade level, which for a 5-year-old is amazing. So I'm bumping her up to the second grade level now. It's not just the academics that they're getting, it also serves the purpose of letting them learn how to sit in a classroom. Because we want to prepare her for public schools or whatever school she's going to go to next. We want to prepare her so that she can go and be in a normal classroom with other kids sitting, listening to one teacher. She's doing a lot better.
Yeah,
That's right. And yesterday you did 10 problems. That's a lot. You think you can beat your score today and do more than 10?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try. On your mark.
For children with autism, I think it takes them longer to build up trust with their teacher.
When you're dealing with someone who has a learning disability, you're just, having that one-on-one does help, but it still is a challenge every day.
Every child is different and unique, and to try to figure them out takes extra time.
The fact that she is at a school that understands her challenges, it is less frustrating for her.
And that's why it's beneficial to have that same teacher that's working with her every day or every other day. They can really get to know her.
I work better, I learn better one-on-one and everything. I can't learn with the class. I just don't get it, I get lost.
Look, can you match ball? Match it. Nice work, buddy. Good job. Okay, let's touch it. Can you say ball? Before, he had a hard time sitting still, had a hard time transitioning from one room to another room. He's put in situations where he's expected to sit for long periods of time, transition from one place to another. He's expected to behave just like the typical peers. Now he can sit for 10, 15, 20 minutes at a time. Being here and being immersed with typical peers has allowed him to understand what's expected of him.
There's just something about being around his typical peers that is just so important to his progress.
We take each child, we assess them to see exactly where they are. Nothing is based on norm referenced or what other kids their age are doing. It's simply what they need. And so that is how we guide what we teach each child. So therefore, the growth you'll see in each kid may be completely different, but it's what they need to be successful in their environments.
If I was trying to convince someone to let me go there on scholarship, I would probably tell them how struggle it was for me to go to school every day. I felt like I was walking to a battlefield. I can still remember how terrible it felt going to school every day, not knowing as if I would actually go to class today and get work done or get bullied by people and feel the rest of the day crying. Now I feel like my teachers care and they help.
It was a joy to know that Felicia doesn't have to worry about whether or not she can receive an education.
So I think there's more that can be done just to educate schools on what the scholarship is and what extra opportunities that would provide them to service other kids in their communities.
I don't think I know what I'd really do without the Lindsey Nicole Scholarship.
There are so few options in the state of Oklahoma for children with autism as far as education goes. The public schools are inundated. They don't have enough resources for the children that they have right now with different disabilities. That's got to change. And the scholarship, that's the ticket, that's the way to help get the change going.
To me, it's just enriched the school. It's not just helping Rob, it's helping the other children to learn about acceptance.
From the day we walked in, it's been nothing but kindness and love. I mean, they adore him. Of course, when he walks in, all the kids are, they all want high fives from him. All the kids love to walk up to him and give him hugs. And it's awesome that they understand that not everybody's the same.
It's just so heartwarming to see that kind of warmth and acceptance.
That's what's so great about this school, and that's why Chloe is academically where she is, and she's catching up socially. She's very close to being on target, especially when I look back at how she was 2 years ago when she was diagnosed. She's come so much further than I had even thought was possible for her in a short amount of time.
Before Felicia didn't have that confidence, she is walking taller and straighter, and the possibilities for Felicia at this point they're out there. We just, trying to explore different things that she wants to do. So wherever she wants to go, I'm going to be there with her.
This just opens doors and provides more options for families, which is so important.
The successes that we're having here and the successes that, all these kids that are getting the scholarship are having does nothing but say this can work, and it is working.
At the start of the race, she was behind, and now she's caught up to a large degree. She still has challenges, but we couldn't be more pleased.
I got into this because I myself have disabilities, so I know what it's like to be one of these kids and not have somebody listen to you or understand where you're coming from. And so it's a really big deal to me to teach those ordinary miracles you see in typical kids every day. We're just here to pull out what's inside of them and show the world what they're capable of.